Hello my friends, and welcome back to my channel. Today I'm super excited for our video. We are doing a laundry room refresh. You're probably thinking, refreshing the room already? But we finally got our dryer installed and working, and I decided it was time to spruce up this room since I was going to be spending so much time in here. So let's go ahead and get started. First things first, I am getting started over behind the door in the wall tree area. So this little section right here is one of my favorite parts of this room. I had asked our builder to put in a nice little wall tree here for my purse, and I'll put like my lunchbox there before I go to work. And this is just the way I go out into the garage, and so it's just a nice little spot to keep my items and to hang my coat and things like that. So it doesn't get really super used because I don't want a ton of stuff in here. It's not a very big laundry room, but it is nice to just put a couple of items. So I'm getting started by getting all of the shoes put away. We've been keeping them in the closet right there in the entryway, and I had these plastic cubes, not plastic, I'm sorry, they're fabric cubes, and they were great. They did work. However, I didn't like that they didn't match, and I wanted to bring in a little bit cozier of an element. So I picked up these Seagrass Baskets from Walmart, and you can find them in the crafting section over by where they keep the artificial flowers, and they were super inexpensive. They were less than $7 per basket. They're not very big, as you can see, but they do the job, and I think they look really nice, and they're extremely affordable. So if you're on the hunt for some baskets, I even think these would look great in my pantry, so I might go back for a couple of more. But in this box right here, we just had scarves and hats, and then we did have some extra pairs of shoes that I'd gotten the kids for the wedding we went to this summer. This fall. And we also had a bag of masks. So I just put those things in the basket. I wasn't sure how I was going to arrange them, so I didn't put it underneath the bench, but I was really happy with how everything fit in that basket. And then in this other basket, I am taking the things from this other fabric bin, which actually are sweaters and things for my dog, Charlie. So putting her items in this other basket, and I was super pleased that both baskets fit really well under the bench. The bench was made by my builder. He picked the piece of wood, he stained it and sealed it. It's really beautiful, and I love the way these baskets fit under there so nicely. Next up, I'm going to work on hanging this decorative tack board. This was actually a gift to me 100 years ago. I've had this probably for 20 years. I got this when I first moved out of my mom's house, and it was gifted to me when I had my first apartment. I love it so much, and I'm using the good old tape trick. So I've done this in several videos, and I don't think I've explained it very well, if at all. I've been asked several times, but basically what you do is just use a piece of tape, either painter's tape. In this case, I'm using washi tape because I couldn't find the painter's tape, and you just use it to mark the distance between the two hooks for hanging whatever it is that you're hanging, and then you can put that on the wall, and then you use a level to make sure that it's leveled. In this case, I didn't do a very good job making sure it was level because when I put it up, I ended up having to fix it. But this is typically a very easy and beginner friendly way to hang something on the wall. We do this every single time, and it 9 times out of 10 works really, really well. I don't know, this one time I just seemed to mess it up, of course. Two quick things I want to mention while I'm hanging this on the wall here. One is I get asked a lot about the brick on the floor here in this laundry room, and it is from Old Mill Brick. It is a thin set brick in the color Rushmore, and you can purchase it from Floor & Decor. You can also check out the Old Mill Brick website to see other places where you can purchase it. And I also have gotten asked recently about our drying rack above our dryer where we hang clothes to dry. That is from Amazon, and I will have it linked for you down below. Next up on the list is to take all of the package tape off of the dryer. So we did finally get our dryer installed. It was a long debacle. We waited for it to be delivered. Then we had to wait for the plumber to come and install it, and he was in Aruba. So it was like this big ordeal, but it's finally in. I've done 1,000 loads of laundry to get myself caught up, and I'm so happy with our purchases. These are LG washer and dryers. They are the high efficiency. So at first it was tricky to get used to. They definitely use a lot less water, and they dry really, really quickly, but I am so impressed with these. And now I wanted to just kind of decorate this area above. I did not put my washer and dryer on pedestals because my family is pretty small. We're all pretty short people, and my children start doing their own laundry around 8. So my 4th grader, he's currently learning how to do his laundry, and then my teenage daughter and son, they both do their own laundry. So I wanted to keep it really easy for them to get into the washer and the dryer, and I didn't want to make it too high. So this area above the dryer felt a little empty, so I did pick up a couple of things at Walmart, like that clear jar and some wool dryer balls. You use those in place of dryer sheets. And I also picked up that Fresh and Clean organizer for your cleaning supplies, and then that right there is my crispy wave plant. I'm trying to recover it, so I figured this would be a good place to get some indirect light, and I love the way this turned out. It's just a little vignette here, nothing fancy, and those wool balls get used every single time we use the dryer, so it's very, very convenient. We do take the lid off though when the dryer is going because it does rattle a little. The laundry room sign above the dryer is from Michael's, and the dog bone hanger is from Home Goods. And then moving on to above the washing machine, that home sign on the wall is from Home Goods. I love it so much. My cousin actually found it for me when we were shopping together, and I just love it. And my cabinets are from cabinets.com. I've talked about these in previous videos, and I love them. They are the Shaker 2 style. They're in the color Haze, which is a Sherwin-Williams color, and I love them. They're technically like a greenish blue. I think they pull a little more blue than they do green, but I love them. And in this cabinet was literally just things that I had shoved in here. It didn't have a rhyme or reason. That whole pile right there of towels and aprons was just because I didn't know where I wanted to put it. And I did end up getting rid of a lot of my decorative pillows, my decorative towels, because the way my kitchen is designed now with the backsplash and everything, it just doesn't really make sense to have like bright colored towels in there. I don't know, it just doesn't seem like it fits. And so I did end up donating all of those decorative towels, except for the "But Did You Die" towel that my friend Anne gave me. It's my favorite thing. But other than that, all those red and blue towels and everything, they just don't match the kitchen anymore. So I did end up getting rid of them. I am folding them here and putting them up there, thinking I was going to maybe try to keep them, but I did end up taking them out. And my plan for this cabinet was to house our laundry soap and fabric cleaner and that kind of thing. And then I did end up putting a couple of other items in there as well. I did have Danny come in and help me adjust the shelves. They lock into those little clear plastic things that you're seeing there, so I just had him come in and help me. He's asking me how tall I wanted it, if I wanted a bunch of space above the laundry soap, or if I just wanted it right above it. I didn't worry about putting my soap or anything into fancy dispensers. It's behind a cabinet. You're not going to see it. My kids use it. I didn't want to worry about anything getting broken, and honestly, I didn't want to spend the money on it if I wasn't going to see it all the time. So I'm actually happy with the way it turned out. I did buy a bunch of different organizers for both this room and the closet, which I did in the last video, and for my kitchen, which you'll see in Sunday's reset. So lots of organizing items purchased at both Walmart and TJ Maxx, and I had plenty of space to organize everything. This little plastic turntable I found at TJ Maxx, and I'm just taking the tag off, and I'm going to use it to hold our whites cleaner right there. And I also needed to get like a stain remover, which I have since purchased and put in there. And I figured anything else that I need to put in there, I can. But it's a great little space. I ended up using very little organizing items. I just didn't want to fill this cabinet with a bunch of stuff that we would forget was in there. I do have 2 paint cans there. One is the tricorn black, which is the color of my pantry door, and the other is pigeon, which is the color of my front door. I get asked that question a lot. The color is Pigeon by Farrow and Ball, but I do get it from Lowe's and they just color match it for me. And then on top of the washer there, you see a basket, and that basket's kind of just a catch-all. It had all of the manuals for our washer, our dryer, all the appliances in our kitchen. I wasn't sure where they all were going to go, so I just kind of put them in there for the time being, but I did end up putting them at the top of the cabinets because I didn't want to get rid of them since everything was new. Everything still had a warranty. I just needed them to be somewhere away put away, so up there seemed like a valid spot. And yes, I'm stepping on a step stool because I'm rather short, but we are now going to just clean off the countertop and the top of the washing machine. It had gotten a little dusty. On top of the counter there, or the counter itself, I'm sorry, is a quartz remnant piece that we found at a local marble yard. I love it so much. It's just got nice gray marbling. It's beautiful. And I did end up putting this basket back. I do want to continue to use it as a catch-all. It has some masks in there for us, and I ended up putting a jar there to catch all of our coins out of people's pockets, which Mama gets pretty rich out of people's pockets. But here it is, finally organized. Like I said, I tried to keep it pretty minimal because we're not going to be in this space a whole ton. And then now it was time to decorate the countertop. So as you can see there, it's got that beautiful quartz countertop. I love it. It's beautiful. And then I had made that arrangement with the hydrangea and the eucalyptus in my last Sunday reset video. If you haven't seen that one, check it out. I love it. I brought it in here to bring this nice touch of beauty. And then I love my antique iron that you see there. It's actually called a SAD, if you didn't know that. It is a true antique iron. I found that at a local antique shop. And then I also have some antique clothespins there that I found at the same shop. I just love this whole scene together. On the opposite side of the countertop, I'm putting my snake plant, which is in a beautiful ceramic pot that actually is made to look like a basket. I got that at Hobby Lobby. And then this sweet love sign is from Walmart, and it was part of their Valentine decor. I just love this little look here. And then looking out my window while I was working in the laundry room, I could see my boys riding their bikes up and down the driveway. I just love that so much. And that, my friends, is it for this sweet little laundry room refresh. I hope you enjoyed coming along with me. If you have any questions about anything you've seen in today's video, please do not hesitate to comment down below. And I hope that you will consider giving this video a thumbs up, and I'd love to have you subscribe and come back for more. I hope you guys have a great day. I'll see you in the next one. Take care. Bye-bye.